Good evening, everyone. It's Thursday night. It's BSR TV here with Engine Horse Direct Touring Car Championship action from Silverstone National Circuit. Andrew Woodhouse with Adam Bath. And Adam, welcome back. It's been a few weeks for yourself in the booth. What can we expect here from this? This is a classic track.
Yeah, the Silverstone National Circuit, a big favourite of the drivers in the real-life British Touring Car Championship, and I'm sure we're going to see a whole lot of great action here tonight, Andrew. We're getting into the closing stages of the championship, really, aren't we? Just two race events after this one, Bathurst and Brands GP, so the championship is all still to play for, with only 4 points separating the top two in the championship. Rounds
22, 23 and 24 tonight, and Andreas Katz is looking to maintain his 4-point championship lead, and he has qualified fairly well today as well. Adam, overcast conditions here at Silverstone as well. We know it's a tough track with fast corners on it. Anyway, how is this going to affect the drivers?
It's certainly going to affect them a lot. I now have the experience of a BSRTC race event in overcast conditions at Donington Park a few weeks ago, and trust me, it's very hard to control on the opening lap, and I think we're going to see that especially going into Maggots and Beckett's for the first time. Let's have a look at the starting grid then for the first race of the evening, and on the pole position it is Ashley Sutton with Ben Palmer alongside him. The top two separated by 0.07 of a second. Third is Andreas Katz with Daniel Kraft in 4th place. 5th place is Steve Hefford with Matt Walker in 6th. 7th place is Robert Plumley with reigning series champion David Baker in 8th. 9th is Dan Hunt with Jay Wright in 10th. 11th is Steve Walker with Peter Newman in 12th. Alex Smolensky 13th. Stephen Burke in 14th. 15th Dan Blake. 16th Russell Layler. 17th John Bays. 18th Robert Fagg. 19th Ashley Blake Hood. And in 20th place is Kev Noon. And Andrew, I think, well, from what I've seen in the past, I think Ashley Sutton should run away with this race one.
Yeah, indeed, it looks like it. Are we going for a rolling start here?
Certainly looks like it. Yeah, we've got a pace car at the front of the pack. I don't know whether this is something new for the series, but race one, it looks like it's going to be a rolling start.
That's interesting. I mean, it will allow them to get a little bit of temperature into the tyres, although I'm not sure exactly how much.
In fact, we've just been told, we've been handed the rulebook by Alex Simpson, the producer, and it says rolling starts for the rest of the season. So,
is that for every single race, Alex, as well?
Well, probably. Well, if it's for the rest of the season, yeah, there seems to be a new initiative by the series, hopefully to wipe out the craziness that we saw at Donington Park, the last overcast race in the series. So, good initiative by the championship. We want to see some close racing.
Yeah.
However, it will really put the control in Ashley Sutton, so he will get to judge the pace when the lights go green.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea to try and curb the incidents. We did have a clean start at Charlotte, although it later degenerated a bit. But yeah, it generally keeps the cars a bit more spaced out in the first few corners. The only thing is it does take away the chance of getting a really belting start.
Shall we have a look at the championship standings while the pace car's going round?
Yeah, why not, mate? Go for it.
Yeah, Andreas Katz leading David Baker by 4 points. Very close between the top two there. Oculus 360 for Andreas Katz, Lugnuts Racing for David Baker. 3rd, Simon Field. Daniel Hunt in 4th. Ashley Blake Hood, he's in 5th. He's the top of the AM drivers. 6th is Pete Newman. 7th, Steve Walker. 8th is Russell Laidler. 9th is Robert Plumley. And in 10th place is Robert Fagg. And judging from the starting lineup, Andreas Katz starting in 3rd. David Baker starting in 8th position. So Baker's got to do a little bit of work in race one to try and overcome Katz and close that championship deficit.
Yeah, slightly poor qualifying for David Baker, which is a little unusual. He says he doesn't always qualify very well, but 8th is it's probably showing Adam that the standard's getting a lot better in this series.
Yes, indeed, and David Baker's certainly... Oh, crash already, Andrew! Car off!
That's Steve Hefford, isn't it?
Steve Hefford, yeah, and he will have to rejoin the back of the pack. We're about to go racing, Andrew.
We are indeed. Drama already here at Silverstone. The green flag is out, and round Woodcote Corner for the first time now. Cops is going to be tricky under these conditions. Let's have a little look.
They're all keeping it clean. Sutton's into the first corner, fine, and so's...
Everybody else looks like they are as well.
Yeah, the top two fine, but straight away Ben Palmer's on the attack of Ashley Sutton. He's in the slipstream, and any cars off, I think everyone's managed to get around the first corner cleanly, apart from that mistake from Steve Hefford coming out of the final corner. But yeah, everyone...
there's a nice start. There's an Oculus car on the overtaking quite heavily at the back there through Maggots, but everybody has pretty much survived. Very good.
Yeah, good initiative there. Ashley Sutton still in the lead. More carnages there, Andrew?
Now, there was a little bit of contact between Kraft and Katz at Brooklands, but I think that's fine. They've got away with that.
Plumley down the inside up into 4th place. He's managed to get past Robert Plumley, shoving the Engine Oils Direct car out wide. So Kraft up into 4th place as we come round to complete the first lap. Sutton's got a 0.5 of a second advantage over Palmer. Katz is in 3rd place. 4th it is Daniel Kraft. 5th it's Robert Plumley as we head into the first corner cops. Once again, 20 laps still to go.
First race is always a little bit more strung out, isn't it? And it looks like the rolling start's done a bit of that. But you know what? To be honest, after the last couple of weeks, I think this is a good... it's a nice change of pace. We want as many cars as possible to get to the end, boys.
Yeah, so coming down the Wellington straight once again, heading into the left-hander at Brooklands. I'm just trying to... Well, that was Steve Hefford, I do believe, that went off. However, I think he managed to recover his position in time. That was mainly thanks to Ashley Sutton back in the pack. There's contact in the back. Daniel Kraft, I think, has been turned, Andrew.
No, he hasn't. Has he?
It was one of the Pete Newman media cars, I think.
No, it was Daniel Kraft, sorry.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It's allowed the top 4 really to pull away. Sorry, the top 3 to pull away. Katz, Deffen and Palmer and Sutton all far ahead now. So we've now got 2 packs, the fight for the first and now the fight for the best of the rest, really, as we head through the first corner. Look at Rob Plumley, he's right onto the back of Daniel Kraft as we head down towards Maggots and Beckett.
Yeah, Plumley's looking good here. Trying to size up Crafty. He obviously made the contact with the Pete Newman media car, and I can hear bouncing over the curbs. Plumley's trying to get the run down the Wellington straight. Adam, he's got a good chance now. But
yes,
look at actually the speed of that Pete Newman media car.
Yeah, it's got a good setup underneath it as we head into Brooklands, and I thought we were really going to see the slipstream play a huge benefit there down the straight, but it looks like the drivers have tried to go for the best of both worlds. Best cornering for the Kia Optima and best straight line speed down the straight. So Robert Plumley not getting the best advantage on Daniel Kraft. However, he seems to have got a better run out of the final corner as we come across the line. Daniel Kraft's keeping it close to the inside. He does not want Robert Plumley to get past him at this early stage in the race. Into the first corner, doesn't have a look down the inside, but he's definitely setting up Daniel Kraft as we come out of the first corner, Andrew.
Kraft needs to go to the right hand side now. He's not going to be quick enough. It looks like Plumley's got alongside. There's a slight... Yeah, there is a left kink there before you turn right. Through Maggots and Kraft's car. Very unsettled over the curbs. And Plumley's having a look now. Surely he's going to have a go into Brooklands. Is it going to be around the outside? Adam, we've seen that move work.
Yeah, we've seen it move in the past, and sometimes we've seen it end in tears as well. Into the...
There he goes!
Round the outside, he's got an overlap. He's got an overlap. Will Kraft's give him the room he needs. He just closes the door in time. Yeah, just closes the door in time. That's good racing by the pair already. And look, who's starting to join the party as well. Who's that in 6th? It's Matt Walker as well. So we are now about to have a three-way battle for 4th place, sorry. And up at the front, it's only 0.3 of a second between Ben Palmer and Ashley Sutton as well. So 2 great battles unfolding as Matt Walker goes down the inside there, nearly hits Robert Plumley, and they're all now concertinaing up. Plumley is right with Daniel Kraft.
He's really struggling, isn't he?
Yeah, already I don't know whether it's just poor setup or poor tyres, and Plumley's going to nudge him, he's going to give him a nudge, and that unsettles the Kia Optima. Daniel Kraft is hung out to dry, and he's turning him!
No,
he's turning him! Robert Plumley is turned around and into the Armco barrier.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was cricket really, but I think we can... it's one of those awful ones. Alex always goes on about cars get locked together a little bit. Kraft's hitting one of the Oculus cars as well. He's hitting Daniel Hunt. As he's dropped back through the field. He hasn't dropped back that far, has he, Kraft?
Yeah, Crafts has dropped down to 7th place. He's behind Daniel Hunt now as they come across the line. What's that done to the pack? It's allowed Matt Walker to go up to 4th. It's Steve Walker in 5th, Dan Hunt 6th, Daniel Crafts in 7th, who looks like he's already trying to work his way back up through the pack. He's really pushing Dan Hunt hard. And Smolensky in 8th place as well. An update on our championship contenders. Katz is still in his 3rd place. He started in 3rd. David Baker's lost a position since the start. He started in 8th. He's now down to 9th place. So that's the update for your championship contenders.
Yeah, indeed, and that's going to be very important for them. So during this one, and some lap traffic for the leaders, Adam, Kevin Noon, who's been into the pits for a new car.
Yeah, let's see what they're going to do. And that's a very good, well done, Kevin Noon. He managed to get out of the way pretty quickly there. That hasn't hindered the pack at all. Let's have a look at the lap times last time around at the front of the pack. Ashley Sutton did a 56.874. Ben Palmer did a 56.9. So 1/10 of a second slower from Ben Palmer. We'll see what the lap times are this time around as they come across the timing line. Sutton did a 56.8. So did Ben Palmer. So very even at the front at the moment. And Andreas Katz even did a 56.8 as well. So look how close that battle for the lead is.
Looks like Steve Richardson's out, so I'm not sure what happened to him.
Battle for 4th resumes though, Andrew. Look at this. Matt Walker, Steve Walker, Dan Hunt and Dan Kraft and Smolensky, they're all battling. And there's contacts! And he's going to... Oh no, he's... three cars out! Matt Walker, Steve Walker, Dan Hunt, all involved. And that's just helped Dan Kraft to get back up into 4th place again.
And it was Dan Kraft, and he missed his braking point, and he hammers into Dan Hunt. And then they really had nowhere to go, taking the corner as normal, where Matt Walker and Steve Walker.
This is certainly helping Alex Smolensky. Smolensky's just managed to benefit about 3 places from that contact. He's up into 5th place now and is pushing Daniel Kraft. He's got a much cleaner car than Kraft, who's got a very crumpled front end as we head round the first corner.
It's bad when Smolensky's the voice of reason, and here he comes.
Down the inside, let's see if he can get it done. No, but
thinking about it, but again, Daniel Kraft's slow driving at the moment it has not helped. Quite a few drivers, Adam, have fallen victim to other incidents while they're trying to get through, and it's just a symptom of, Silverstone, there are short braking areas in general, and you have to almost force a move to make it work, don't you?
Yeah, that's what makes it...
Pete Newman having to go at Hefford.
Yeah, that's what makes this Silverstone International Circuit such a popular one in the real-life British Touring Car Championship, because you've got to fight hard for the move, and down the inside he goes, and that is a good move there from Pete Newman. Will Hefford try and get him back on the exit of the corner, down the inside into the corner.
Oh, and he takes Newman out, but I think Newman could have left a bit of room there.
Yeah, it is hard, especially when you're trying to get
difficult one, that. But I think Pete was pushing it, thinking that Hefford wasn't going to come back at him.
Battle up front as well, Andrew. Ben Palmer was right with Ashley Sutton, and he is, and Katz is right with Palmer as well. Will he have a look on the inside? Palmer not close enough to get a move done. However, he's got to get a really good exit out of Beckett's, and this will certainly help him to slingshot down the Wellington Straight. Sutton trying to hug the inside line now, down under the bridge on this Wellington Straight into Brooklands. We've got 13 laps to go, 12 and a half laps to go in fact, down into the corner Brooklands. And he's through. Sutton gives him plenty of room there, and Ben Palmer is able to get the move done. We have a new race leader, Andrew.
I wonder if Ashley Sutton's tyres are going off a little bit already as we're on lap 9 of this race. It looks like Ben Palmer's setup is built to last throughout the second half of the race, so we're going to see what's going to happen there. And look at this train again. Still headed by Daniel Kraft and Smolensky. Actually, Baker has taken Smolensky, so Baker up to 5th now.
Yeah, David Baker, we said he was in 9th a few laps ago after that contact, taking 3 cars out and getting past Smolensky's up inside the top 5 now. So this is great for his championship to try and limit the deficit that Andreas Katz is trying to get up at the front. 0.2 of a second between Palmer and Sutton now. And Ben Palmer, he's come on leaps and bounds this series. Andrew, I remember a few seasons ago we saw him driving for Peter Newman Media and really struggling. However, thanks to the setups he's got at the various teams he's been at, and now this season with Team Carnage, more contacts.
He lost it on the way in there, Palmer, and Sutton nearly managed to take advantage of that. And look at Andreas Katz, he's just there, and he knows as long as he stays in front of Dave Baker, then that's a good day for him.
Yeah, and Ben Palmer, as we were just saying, he has come on leaps and bounds this season, hasn't he, Andrew?
Yeah, frankly, when he was with Pete Newman Media, he was at the back, and then he went to Laser Tools, and when he was with Laser Tools, he was at the back. Then he was at beating him in media and struggling away, and then he had wheel issues this season, which meant that he couldn't follow on from the good form of last season. And then joining Team Carnage seems to have really pushed on. All those drivers are doing very well in Team Carnage. Ashley Blake could actually, incidentally, he's only down in 24th place, so he's struggling a bit today.
Sutton right with Ben Palmer there, going down the front straight. That was Martin Brandon, trying to manage to get out of the way pretty quickly. Sutton's
nearly made contact with Palmer, but now there might be an opening for Katz here. A little bit of contact, but nothing there.
He certainly showed it to him as Katz runs out onto the grass there. Sutton was haunting the back of Ben Palmer the entire lap. Yeah, there, didn't he? Yeah. Over the line, 10 laps to go now. Yes, 10 laps to go, and it's all very exciting here for the battle for the lead through the first corner. Soon tyre wear will come into the equation. Sutton right with Ben Palmer. Palmer goes to the best possible lines into Maggots and Beckett's. Will Sutton throw a lunge? Now he's out of control nearly. Ashley Sutton, and look, both of them run wide, and this will certainly allow Andreas Katz to get the best possible straight line speed down the Wellington straight. Yeah, the carbon disc glowing as Sutton's wrestling that Kia Optima through the corners. And is he going to have a look at Palmer, the Brooklands? Katz very late on the brakes as well behind them. He's looking for a sniff of anything. And look, Kevin Noon, who was lapped a bit ago, he hasn't really dropped off this pack at all. No, he hasn't. I think he's just using the slipstream pretty well, and also the fact he's a few laps down as well. So Kevin Noon not having the best race. However, there are still two races still to go. Overline once again. Last time around, they all lapped practically exactly the same time. And again, they lap practically exactly the same time. Ashley Sutton and Andreas Katz both doing 57.29s. That is amazing precision there from these guys at the front of the pack. And still, Sutton versus Palmer into Maggots and Beckett. Sutton not as close as he was a few laps to go.
Oh, crash with Baker. Baker's off into the wall hard.
And he's back on the track.
Going to hit him as well.
Well, that could be a championship-defining moment. We've only got 2 more race events after this one, Bathurst and Brands GP, and that is not what David Baker wants.
It was Smolensky giving him slight contact. All it was. Baker moved to the right. In fact, you know what? I think Baker's moved across a bit slightly. I don't know if Alex is showing a replay. You have to let us know there, mate. But Baker may have caused his own downfall there.
Yeah, we saw that on the replay. And yeah, Andreas Katz, I don't know whether he found out on the relative screen on board his Kia Optima, but now he knows it is championship contender, it's out the race. I wonder if he'll start playing it safe. He is currently in 3rd place, and he's currently watching this battle unfold between Ben Palmer and Ashley Sutton. Certainly Sutton can bide his time. He has got 7 more attempts at going through Maggots and Beckett's, and I'm sure he'll try and set him up for a dive bomb move in the final few laps, Andrew.
Well, we know he's very late on the brakes, don't we? We've seen it many, many times before. And, and a look there. But Palmer's not giving any inches there. Sutton, because he will take a mile. That's how good he is.
Contact.
Let me guess, Daniel Kraft. Yeah.
Daniel Kraft turned around by Alex Smolensky. I think that's what happened.
I'll be honest,
down to 10th.
I don't really know what Kraft's been doing in this race, but there we go. As Daniel Hunt's up to 4th. Walensky 5th, Stephen Burke 6th, 7th Pete Newman, 8th is Steve Heffer, 9th is Russell Laidler, and then Kraft's still 10th ahead of Robert Fagg.
Still the leaders continue to battle hard. Lap times last time around, 56.9 for Palmer, 57.0 for Ashley Sutton, 56.9 for Andreas Katz. So Sutton just a little bit slower, but trust me, it was only 100th of a second difference between the top 3 once again. Sutton looking down the inside again, and he nearly goes into the back of Ben Palmer, into Brooklands, into Priory. Is he going to have a look? Probably too far away, but he does have a look down the inside into that corner. Smolensky still in 5th place despite all the various incidents he's been involved with tonight. He's only 0.8 of a second behind Dan Hunt. However, these guys are all 8.6 seconds away from this front 3 after all of the contact that we've seen throughout this race in race 1. Pretty exciting race 1, that has to be said. Into the first corner.
I wonder if we lost Adam. Adam, you still there? Nope. So looks like it's just me. Ben Palmer then into Maggots, and Dutton is right behind Alex. I don't know if you know if we've lost Adam.
Yeah, I can see he's gone.
Hello,
Nose
mate.
to tail. Nose to tail, Palmer and Sutton there.
Thanks for joining me. I know you're not feeling the best today, but Ben Palmer's running a great race so far.
Yeah, he's patient. He's not really been able to break away from Sutton, but great move to get to the lead, and now he just needs to hold on it. And I think Adam's back.
Adam, what happened there, mate?
Probably some remote server problems, whatever. But anyway, the battle's still going on for the lead.
Yes, it is indeed. And Sutton got a nice run through Cops that time.
Yes, he did. And whilst all that was unfolding, they were lapping one of the Apex Racing TV cars where I think it had a bit of contact. He was stuck at the barrier into the first corner. But anyway, Sutton not as close as he was a lap ago. Lap times last time round still very close. Ben Palmer 57.19, Ashley Sutton 57.19, and Andreas Katz 57.2. So the lap time starting to drop off a little bit now.
Katz has been quite smart here, isn't he? Because he knows Baker's. Is he still going, Baker? He is. He's in 31st place. So I think he knows what's going on with Baker, and he just wants to sit here. He doesn't want to do anything silly. He's going to pick up a hatful of points. It's championship driving from Andreas Katz.
Ashley Sutton this season has won twice. Ben Palmer, if I'm looking at the standings correctly, has won once. Yeah, he has one victory so far this season.
Sutton's close now.
So he'll be trying to double up. Here comes Ashley Sutton though. He wants to stop that. He wants to take his third victory of the season. Into Beckett. Ben Palmer will run wide. No, he doesn't. He just keeps it on the line. And I think that was as a result of Sutton cocking up the corner massively as well. And Sutton had blinking away there. This is... Oh, Katz is right with these two as always down the straight. 3.5 laps to go.
Yeah, and Sutton now makes the move, but he's overshot. Surely he's gone well past, has he? Well, a little bit. That's great late braking from him.
Yeah, fantastic job there from Ashley Sutton, and he's now back into the lead as we're coming over the line now with just a handful of laps to go, 3 laps to go at the Silverstone National Circuit.
I think it was just the way the camera looked. It looked like Sutton had gone massively too deep into the corner, but it really rescued that nice control. And now he leads over Ben Palmer, who's losing the back end of the car into Cops as it's twitching all over the place. And in his pursuit of Ashley Sutton, he's looking to keep Andreas Katz behind. Palmer into Maggots, very late on the brakes. Is he going to give him a love tap? Not quite, I don't think, but he's now got a challenge of getting past the Englishman into the next corner.
Andreas Katz definitely sitting pretty here because he's just watching these two not knocking 7 bells out of each other, but pretty close at the moment in towards Brooklands. We're going to get 2 laps to go when we get to the line, and at the moment it is anyone's guess who's going to take this opening victory of the night here at Silverstone.
Battle for 5th, Stephen Burke getting overtaken by Daniel Hunt. So Hunt going through. Then Russell Laidler is ahead of Simon Field now, who's ahead of Daniel Kraft.
Smolensky up into 4th place. He's now up inside the top 4. He's now best of the rest, really, compared to the rest of the pack. Stephen Burke, though, he's not finished yet with Dan Hunt. He's right with him as we come across the start-finish line.
Yeah, he is, and he's going to go up the inside.
And he's
Cops corner. Don't go across there, Daniel. He just got away with it. And is he clear? It looks like it, yes. He is. There's a Robert Fan going wide at Cops, but that's okay.
Russell Laidler under pressure as well from Simon Field behind. Great battle still going on as we're about to start the final lap. But I think really the main battle we might need to focus on is the battle for the lead, Andrew.
Palmer's looking left, right and centre. I think Sutton's tyres are wasted as Palmer just keep tighter lines now. And where's he going to find his way through? I don't know. Cops might be a chance. It's very, very difficult.
A flag in the air. And
he's going for it.
Oh, he has a look, and there's lap traffic in front. That could play a part in the last lap of the race. Final lap here in race 1. Sutton throws the car at Cops, and he's going to run out wide, and I think that might lead to Ben Palmer going down the inside. Too close.
Slams the door shut. Absolutely slams it in his face. Broken nose job that. And Palmer. Oh, Sutton's twitched over the curb. This could be the chance. Oh, he's got the chance for Ben Palmer, and they're almost clipping through each other. That's how close they are. He's pushing him down the straight.
He's trying to get the bump
draft. The Kia Optima. And there's lap traffic in the way. And Sutton. And I don't know, there's a car in the gravel. I'm not sure who that was. Right on the final corner, Luffield for the final time. Ashley Sutton comes out, he gets a good exit now. But Palmer's going to get the slipstream. Is he still going to have a chance? As they're coming up towards the line, it's going to be very, very close.
Sutton takes it.
Sutton wins the first race of the day here at Silverstone in the BSRTC. Adam, a tremendous finish. We've got to get to actually the battle for third. Smolenski's taken it. Hunt, Burke, and then Field ahead of Laidler. Oh, and Robert Fagg just beating Dan Blake by 0.2 of a second.
Yeah, great driving from Ashley Sutton. Such a precise move as well, going down in towards Brooklands at about the 2/3 stage of the race. So he was able to take his third victory of the season. However, despite taking 3 victories, he still only sits pretty low down in the standings. In fact, that's due to his lack of commitment really to the series. However, great driving for Andreas Katz as David Baker finished in 27th place. That's definitely going to allow him to increase his championship margin.
Yeah, indeed, and it was a very good drive by Sutton, and you know what, Palmer and Katz all drove fantastic races. It's a shame some of the driving in the midfield wasn't really up to that standard, but the guys at the front, full marks. I don't know if we can. Alex, can I just bring you in momentarily? Do we have any incidents that you'd like to have a second look at?
No, I think most of the incidents were just a little bit unfortunate. Nothing I would say that was super critical. Maybe Baker's we might need to have a look at, because obviously that's quite important as far as the championship goes.
Yeah, we can go back and do the honours.
Yeah, see if I can bring that back up.
I'll just point out as well, we've got 2 new drivers to the series today. We've got Matthew Owen and Lee Berridge, so welcome to them. Matthew Owen finished 20th, and he's in with a chance of the reverse grid. And then Lee Berridge was 24th from 32nd on the grid, so that's a good effort by them. Let's hope they can do even better next time out. But
beginning of lap 13, yeah. And it's just a shame for David Baker because he was having such a good battle when, unfortunately, he was just a little bit slow on the exit of Copse, Andrew, and that just allowed Smolenski really to almost fall over him, really.
Yeah, he was, and it was all a bit clumsy, wasn't it? And I don't think Baker comes to the right, and then if the Smolenski Smolenski actually moves a bit right, doesn't he? I wonder if he thought he wasn't clear, or if he thought he was clear or something. And he was going to come to the inside of all of them. At first, I must admit, I did think that might have been Dave Baker's fault, but looking at it from here, 6 of one and a half, a dozen of the other. I don't know about you, Alex.
Yeah, just
they both moved into each other.
Yeah, I think it's just a case of 3 into 1 doesn't go. It's just, just unfortunate. Just the nature of the car. I think they're really.
It looks like Baker moved slightly left and Smolenski moved slightly right. It was
tight there though. 3 cars there, and you can't put anything down to more than a racing incident. I think it's just it's pretty important as far as championship goes at this stage of the season, though.
Steve Walker, unfortunately, Baker's teammate, was completely unsighted as well, and that didn't help him. He actually retired from the race, Steve Walker. So it's a shame for them, but more races to come.
Let's see if the championship can take another twist with the reverse grid dice.
Go through the people who are eligible for that. Ellis Stevens in 15th, Ashley Blake Hood was 16th, Laura Bond 17th, Andrew Whitehead 18th, Paul Smith 19th, and Matthew Owen in 20th. So Ashley Blake Hood, Adam, was 5th in the championship. He might still be 5th. He's got a chance of racking up some really good points if the dice fall correctly for him.
Yeah, and he's already took a race win this season, so great to see the AM driver, Ashley Blake Hood, on his first season in the championship, having such a good run.
Is it just 1 win that he has? Does he have 2?
No, on my sheet I think it says he has 1 win.
Just 1, but he's done a very good job anyway. He's got 20 top 20 finishes from 21 starts. He does not retire. In fact, he's not failed to finish a race so far this season, Adam. That's fantastic.
Yeah, great consistency from him. He's been on the podium twice as well. 8 top 10s, so great first season from him. Let's see if he can get on pole for race 2.
Yep, full reverse grid, 20th place it is.
That's Matthew Owen on pole. And what is, I believe, Adam, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's his first weekend in the BSRTC.
Yeah, I do believe it is his first evening in the BSRTC, so he will be on pole position. Matthew Owen will be on pole for race number 2. Alongside him will be Paul Smith.
There might be a rolling start, luckily.
Yeah, so he'll get to judge the pace, and he'll be able to control the field going to the green flag. Hopefully we won't see any cars spinning out like we did at the start of race 1. And your top 5 for race 2 will be Paul Smith in 2nd, Andrew Whitehead in 3rd, Laura Bond in 4th, and Ashley Blake Hood will be in 5th.
Yep, and I think there's some great chances there at the front of the field for some people, unsung people, to win this race. So we're going to see what's going to happen in the next round. Please join us for round 23. Thank you very much for joining us for this one. We'll be back very, very shortly.